Good morning. I'd like to start with some acknowledgments this morning, certainly in addition to the governor. We had the Ulster County Executive, Pat Ryan, the Mayor of Kingston, Steve Noble, Town of Ulster Supervisor, Jim Quigley, the Ulster County Sheriff, Juan Figueroa. From the state of New York, we have General Ray Shields from the National Guard, Commissioner of Homeland Security and Emergency Services, Pat Murphy, Commissioner of Transportation, Marie-Therese Dominguez, the Director of Maintenance and Operations for the New York State Thruway Authority, Mark Hickson, and we also have Kevin Bruin, who is the first Deputy Superintendent of the State Police. As you know, the state was hit with a fairly significant storm. We began planning and preparing for this storm Tuesday of last week. Most of our projections were for the most part accurate, but as you can see, and as you know, the storm did take some weird turns. Here in Kingston, we have 6 to 7 inches, and we're expecting another 2 to 4 inches of snow. Out west, we were fortunate the Buffalo, Rochester area did not sustain a very significant hit. They had anywhere from 4 to 6 inches in the western part of the state. As you travel across into the Albany and Saratoga areas, that region sustained the highest totals of snowfall. We had 18 inches in Schenectady. We currently have about 14 inches in Albany and the Saratoga area, and that area could see another 4 to 6 inches of snow. In preparation for the storm, we had approximately 4,200 plows, operators available to operate the plows in the state. In the mid-Hudson area, the Kingston region, we had close to 300 plows available. They're currently on the road plowing and salting. We have 500,000 pounds of salt available for use not only for the state, but also for requests from municipalities. We have received some requests for assistance in the Mid-Hudson region, and we are providing state plows into certain communities. With that, I'd like to turn it over to the Mayor of Kingston, Mayor Noble.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Governor Cuomo, for coming to Kingston again. You know, while we have all recognized that this has been a major storm, I want to thank you and the state for being able to provide assistance to local electeds like myself and to the county and to the city of Kingston. It really means a lot when we work together as a team, and I think we've seen that under your administration time and time again. No matter what the incident, you're always there to back us up, and so thank you very much. And I want to just thank all of the first responders and those that are out there with all of our public works crews that are working hard, and they're working hard here in Kingston and across the county. And so for them, thank you. And I do want to just take a moment again to introduce our county executive, Patrick Ryan. Pat, thank you for your help. Your team has always been willing to partner with us and to help support all of our local elections here in Ulster County. So,
thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in Ulster County. Thank you all for being here. Governor Cuomo, thank you for being here. I know we were speaking earlier, you cut short a family trip with your daughters to Puerto Rico, and you were saying it's quite a jarring climate change to be back here, but to have you on the ground leading this response to the emergency, that says everything about your leadership, and we really, really appreciate it. We've been in regular contact, frequent contact with all the state agencies, and really appreciate their support. Also here in Ulster County, our Public Works Department, our Sheriff, our emergency responders have been out there the last 36 hours plus, making sure the roads are safe and clear, so I want to thank them. Really appreciate their hard work. So far, knock on wood, no serious incidents, and that's not an accident. That's thanks to the great work of our team. And as Mayor Noble said, when we all actually work together as a team, state, county, towns, villages, and cities, and we coordinate and share information, everyone is safer, and so that's how it's supposed to work. That's what we're doing, and we're really glad to be doing that. I also do want to thank, in particular, our first responders that are out there right now, as well as our emergency personnel and our road crews. They've been up, many of them, close to 48 hours. I was out with them yesterday, and they're just continuing to work. So we thank them for that. And to the residents of Ulster County, as you can see, it's continuing to storm. We expect snow to continue for the next several hours into the night, so please continue to be safe. We have our warming center open. You can call 911 if you have any issues, and we'll get to you. So we'll continue to be responsive to the storm. And again, I just want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank the governor. It is really my privilege to introduce Governor Cuomo, and thank you very much, Governor.
Thank you. Let me thank the county executive for his great work, and all the county employees, Mayor Noble, and all the city employees have been doing a great job through this storm. The state officials who are here, Mike Popey, Pat Murphy, General Shields, I want to thank them all very much, state police, etc. As you heard from the mayor and the county executive, the storm was varied across the state. In the old days, there used to be one storm pattern all across the state, basically, or upstate, downstate was regional. You now get these very varying weather bands that move across the state. And the Capital District region, upper mid-Hudson, got hardest hit in this storm. So far, we're not out of the storm, but and we have until tomorrow morning, really, before we can assess exactly where we are. And forecasts are helpful, but as we know, they're just forecasts. I don't want to criticize any weather forecasters. I did that once, and I was lambasted nationwide. But there's a variance in the forecast and the reality, so we'll plan accordingly. But the snow should be trailing off overnight, and we're deploying our assets as we can best determine by those forecasts. We're going to declare a state of emergency in 7 counties that have been the hardest hit. Ulster County, Schenectady County, Saratoga, Rensselaer County, Greene County, Columbia, and Albany County. Declaration of a state of emergency allows more flexibility for the state government working with the local governments to make sure we can deploy resources where we need to deploy resources. We're also going to call out 300 National Guardsmen, Guards people who are just indispensable in these situations. And I want to thank the National Guard for their great service, and we're going to be calling on 300 of them to be deployed in these 7 counties where we need the most assistance. Last point, New Yorkers, we're tough, we've seen it all, we can handle it all. I know that. But the roads are dangerous, there's a lot of work to do, and most importantly, the women and men who you see behind us today, as the county executive said, many of them have already been up 36 hours, 48 hours. Let them do their job safely. State police have responded to over 550 accident situations across the state. They've helped 250 disabled cars. That only adds to the burden. So let the state police do their job, let the transportation people do their job, let the sheriff's office do their job, and being on the roads only complicates what they're trying to do, and we're all very grateful for what they're trying to do, and we don't want to aggravate the situation. We'll keep you informed. Again, forecasts are just forecasts, and if there's any change, we will adjust, and we'll also communicate that. But I want to thank the county executive and the mayor and their team here. Team works, and government matters, and competent government and effective government matters. And that's what this is all about, making sure the government works for the people of the state in all different ways, in all different situations. And this is one of those situations where either government is coordinated and they're working together and it's efficient and it's effective, or it's not. And we strive to provide the best public service the people of the state have ever seen. And I feel good about what our teams have done so far in this storm.